Okay, I understand a little bit better now. One of the things that I've been working on and looking to do is bring the business leaders that we have. We have some of the greatest minds here in Sacramento, mathematical and accounting, Sutter Health for healthcare, and they're willing to come to talk to people. One of the biggest problems that we have today with students is they don't know how to balance a checkbook. Most children were not taught by their parents to simply how to balance a checkbook. And we have business leaders in the community that are willing to come out to opportunities like this and teach the children. Give them a very, strong start as far as simple things as balancing a checkbook. Or here's what we're doing in Sutter Health, we're growing an ear on the back of a mouse. Here's how you get involved with that. Here's where you can be headed. Giving them, it was so different when I went to school than it is today. We had a very different world. And I think that we need to go back to the basics.
So, issue of fairness, Mr. McCarty, do you have anything you might want to add to your comments? I can give you 30 seconds.
I'll get to your next great question.
All right. Okay. I'd like to thank the audience for their questions, and I'd like to thank the panel for addressing the audience questions. And now we're going to let Mr. Nieto begin his closing comments, and then we'll begin with Mr. McCarty. You have 2 minutes.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank everybody for coming out today, and I want to thank the organization for inviting me out. It's really important that, I don't have the name recognition. I'm, new to the scene, as it's called. I'm not part of the Good Old Boy Network. I'm as far from it as you can possibly get. Being an independent consultant and CIO of the local water agency has given me a lot of different opportunities, both internationally, working for Hewlett-Packard, and here locally. I want to bring just one of those things very closely to my heart is that the citizens of Sacramento need to stand up for themselves. We need to have a say, and that's why I'm here today. One of the things that I think that the city does things to us that I don't appreciate. One of the biggest things for me, most recently, in the last year and a half, was the cloth. They presented an opportunity to us to help green waste by offering us a green waste can. Where in my district, it's almost one of the in my area of my district, it's one of the hardest things to do is try and fit everything into this small green waste can. But the opportunity was not given to us that way. It was presented as, we're going to give you this green can. If you want to use it, go ahead, but we're still going to have street cleanup. That was not the truth. And when I stopped getting the street cleanup, I called the city and I asked, and they're like, well, once you brought the can in, you agreed to all of our terms and conditions. And I'm like, no, I didn't, actually. I need street pickup because I have a very small home and a very large, and a larger front yard than most people. So that's one of my bigger things, is that I want to see that the people are really being heard, because I don't think that's what's happening today. I think that we have politicians in office, lifetime politicians, or people who want to do that for a living. I have a job. I enjoy my job. I want this job as a secondary piece of mine, because I think that I can bring to the table a lot of different ideas, a lot of forward movement and cohesiveness to a city council that can drive the mayor in the right direction and the city.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. McCarty. Final comments, 2 minutes.
Thank you, and as well, I want to thank the African American Leadership Group for hosting this forum, bringing us all out to talk about issues facing the city, and certainly District 6. And I'm running for re-election for the same reason I ran 8 years ago, to be a problem solver for my neighborhoods, to ask the tough questions, whether it's on our budget, on pension reform, or on arena deals that come across my desk, and to focus on the key priorities or key city services. And I'm proud of the work that I've done to date, but certainly know there's more work to be done. I'm also proud of my support to date. The Sacramento Bee, Sacramento News and Review, respected leaders like Congressmember Doris Matsui, Senator Steinberg, Insurance Commissioner Dave Jones, neighborhood leaders and presidents from every corner of District 6. I think they know that I have delivered and focusing on bringing about results and improvements in the city of Sacramento. As far as our issues, and they are great. We still need to focusing on our budget and focusing on ways we can bring about better and good government in Sacramento. And I'm proud a couple years ago to have led the effort to hire an independent city auditor. We did do a top-to-bottom audit of the city of Sacramento 2 years ago, and it's brought about a lot of ideas for reforming our city, which we're doing in this year's budget. One thing I'm working on right now is bringing a whistleblower hotline in the city of Sacramento to report waste, fraud, and abuse. few years ago, we had the FBI looking at our utilities department, illegal stuff in development services department. If people wanted to call, they had no place to call. So what I've done is, in my career is look at problems, look for innovative ways to tackle those problems, and try about bringing that type of can-do attitude to my job. And I'll certainly bring that approach and the dedication and service to my next term, and look forward to serving my constituents and the broader Sacramento community on behalf of my hometown, the city of Sacramento.
Audience, would you join me in welcoming and thanking our guests, our panelists?